Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wednesday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy, and I'm glad to be here tonight. Why? Because it's Hump Day, it's the middle of the week, and we have a lot to talk about. If you guys have been watching the impeachment trials all day, then you need some entertainment in your life. So tonight, we're here to share some of the top news stories of the day, give you the latest COVID-19 update numbers. As well as we have a lot of gossip and entertainment to talk about tonight. And then we have two amazing guests joining us. In honor of Black History Month 2021, we welcome to the show two amazing Chicagoans who have garnered global attention for the work that they're doing. First of all, we welcome to the show tonight Chicago's very own and one of the co-stars of the fame, the queens of comedy, Chicago's very own Miss Adele Givens is going to stop by tonight. Yay! We love Adele. We do.
Yes.
And then we also welcome to the show famed civil rights attorney, human rights organizer, Attorney Mawuli Davis. And he has written a wonderful book geared towards young men to help get them on the right track. And he is just a very powerful gentleman. As you guys all know, my co-host is this amazing lady next to me, Miss Kay Renee of Karen's Nuggets. What up, darling?
Good evening. Good evening, darling, and happy hump day, guys.
Look. You see I'm doing it, baby. Happy hump day.
Happy hump day.
Do the
Happy
humpy hump.
day.
Yes, do the humpy hump. Yes. That actually felt good, babe. Look, do the humpy hump. Yeah, look. Oh, that does feel good. The humpy hump. Yeah. I digress, darling. So you had a good day.
I have, before we went on, we were talking about, I said, I had needed to freshen up. I got me a little nap because of all this impeachment stuff. And, when I shared that with you, you're like, it's just so funny because I got a nap too, because sometimes you have to recharge those batteries.
Right.
And we don't just always look at television. We like to. We have to do other things. And, before we get, I have to shout out to my girl, Cicely Wilson. I was watching her TED Talk to get inspired. That's good to say, someone who did a TED Talk. Because if you do a TED Talk, that means you're about to go up there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miss Cicely. I really enjoyed it. And for those who need to get it, it's Unleash the Power of the P.
Yes, that's right.
We'll have YouTube.
Yeah, we'll have her back on during Women's History Month because I just love her. Kay Renee, I'm kind of glad you brought that up about the daytime television watching thing, because that's been a huge debate lately, because people like, well, what y'all doing sitting around? Here's the deal. Anyone who's in media, myself, any other person that this is our entire life, it is important that we see the first 5 minutes of any news or entertainment show, because it lets us know what the day might be looking like. You'd be surprised between, when the 9 o'clock news in the morning go off to when the 11 o'clock news, things have happened, the stories have broken. So for those of us that are in the news game, the entertainment media game, staying in touch with things are critical. And in this impeachment trial, don't think that I don't think it's important, but to take away daytime TV, it's a lot of people having anxiety right now, because you either got to watch that or go watch some reruns or something, or something else,
Right. So that was just a nice break. When I saw her TED Talk, I said, okay, it's giving me, because, we media types, we have to be, even though we report the news, but we also need to be neutral, but also keep empowered.
Yes.
Because we have to remain impartial at all times. And sometimes, I must admit, kind of scurry the line, depending upon the topic. But especially my background in audit and compliance, I always have to try to remain neutral. So
right. Yes. Very good. All right. Well, with that being said, we have other things that we need to talk about tonight in the news. I guess I'll start off with Illinois public health information. As you guys all know, we're a health and wellness show, and we definitely want to talk about the latest information. People in Illinois under the age of 65 who have pre-existing health conditions will be eligible to get the COVID-19 vaccine shot beginning February 25th under the current phase of the state's vaccination efforts. And this was issued by Governor J.B. Pritzker today. This move comes as Illinois is continuing to struggle to quickly try to get people the vaccine to roughly 3.2 million residents 65 and over and frontline essential workers. And so here we go, February 25th. I've gotten a couple of text messages from people that, have said you can get in or here's someplace and that type of thing. So, and then I've talked to other people who said they're definitely going to get it. So, I guess we are all moving towards trying to come to peace with the fact that we've got to get these and be able to move on and do what's necessary, right?
Absolutely. I was going to ask you the moment I heard that broke, I said, now I was thinking about you in particular. I said, maybe Art may decide to go ahead and get the vaccine if it's available to him.
Yes. So, yeah, very good. So, everybody's moving in that direction to be able to get some normalcy back into their life. So, what about you? You gonna get it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
No question. The moment, I hear that I'm eligible, it's on. And I'm going to just go ahead and get it done, listening especially to, Good Morning America's, I call her my wonderful shero, Dr. Jennifer Ashton, because I think she is just so on point, and she tells it like it is. I mean, right now she's even quarantining, even though she got the vaccine. She's erring on the side of caution because she was waiting for the CDC guidance to find out, okay, I've gotten the vaccine. I really believe I may have been exposed. What do I do? And on the side of caution, she decided to quarantine for 10 days. So, I really want to make sure, as I said, that if I have the opportunity to get the vaccine, I will definitely take in on that.
Okay. Well, interesting. Well, we'll see. We'll have to, make it happen. And I love Dr. Jan Ashton myself as well too. So, all right. Well, with that being said, everybody, do what's necessary. Consider what you think might be the, right way to go. And we'll see. All right. So, Kay Renee, you got a news story, right?
I got one locally here, and it's about the FOP's president, John Cantanza. I think that's his name. He's probably going to be stripped of his powers because he's been doing some things he ain't got no business doing.
Okay.
And so he let me just pull it up real quickly here. Yes. Look, Chicago Police Department strips FOP president John Cantanza. He was summoned. Now, when you're summoned to police headquarters, it's some stuff about to go down. He was summoned yesterday and formally served with administrative misconduct charges because last month, our current superintendent, David Brown, filed charges with the police board accusing Cantanza of multiple rules violations and recommending that Cantanza be discharged. Not only discharged, I mean, he's suspended, no pay, nada. Right. So, he's been of contention anyway. I think he has a little color problem. That's just my opinion.
Right.
Because when our former superintendent, Eddie Johnson, was in office, or when he had the role, he filed now check this out, what Cantanza did. He filed a false police report against former Superintendent Eddie Johnson for participation. You remember that anti-violence march 2 years ago in July?
Yes.
He filed a false police report saying something was wrong. And, former Mayor Ramuel, I can't,
Rahm Emanuel. I got you. Look, sometimes our lips and tongues don't work together. I understand fully.
Emanuel.
Right, Rahm Emanuel, yes.
And at the time, Superintendent Eddie Johnson would just kind of look the other way, but this guy just he filed a false police report, in addition to other violations that has been suspect. So now the police is coming down hard on him. They summoned him to the police board yesterday, said, look, we about to let you go. So, and he even threatened by saying, y'all gonna do this? I dare you. Well, guess what? It's happening.
It's happening. All right. Okay, then. All right. Well, with that being said, as you guys all know, Valentine's Day is coming up Sunday. This coming Monday is President's Day. And
Mhm.
so, starting tomorrow, Thursday, Mayor Lori Lightfoot has raised the number of people that can be in a place in bars and restaurants. So, it will go from 25% capacity to 50% capacity, i.e., meaning 50 people per room or floor. And, that brings it up so people are able to at least go out, enjoy themselves this weekend. Valentine's Day weekend is always big. As our girl Fiteria, she's on here tonight talking about Single Awareness Day. Yeah, tomorrow night we'll have to celebrate Singles Awareness
Single,
Day.
yes, I'm part of that
Yeah,
crowd, Lady T.
right. Singles Awareness Day. We're gonna have to get a movement going for Singles Awareness Day.
I
Because right
agree.
now everybody like, I can't wait to see if people will start asking their mates and potential, callers and people they date, have you gotten the vaccine yet? So I'm
Oh,
curious to
wait a minute. You
right.
can't wait.
I mean, I'm
I
just
asked
curious
that.
because it might,
I asked that now. Wait a minute. You can't wait. When certain suitors kind of approach me via social media, they're like, "Oh, I like to talk with you." And I said, "Well, have you been vaccinated?"
right.
Crickets. Wait, do you hear me?
Right,
Crickets.
right, right. Well, okay. All right. So I digress. Let's continue on. All right. Today was the interment of the late CTU president Karen Lewis. She was laid to rest today at Oakwood Cemetery. She was entombed between the late mayor of Chicago, Mayor Harold
Oh,
Washington, and
really?
Ida B. Wells. Yes, and so
Wow.
it was a private ceremony today. Some people were invited to a private Zoom, but they said it was just a very beautiful and touching service. And Karen Lewis has been laid to rest, and we are so sorry
Oh,
about the loss of Karen Lewis. Yes.
absolutely. And Oakwood Cemetery is also a famous cemetery here in Chicago because if
Mm-hmm.
you remember, I'm sure, when we were younger, we were not even allowed to
Right.
have bury our
Yes.
family there.
Mm-hmm.
So now,
Right.
Harold Washington, Jesse Owens, Ida B.
Mm-hmm.
Wells, there are a
Yeah.
lot of prominent Chicagoans, African Americans that are buried there. So, and
Yes.
even our spiritual mom,
Yes.
Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman, who's
Yes.
also interred there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know what I really would love to see, K. Renee, with the revitalization of the South Side, once the
Mhm.
Obama Library is complete, that we have a tour of, like the cemetery, the
Mhm.
DuSable Museum, things that people can see on the South Side. Mos Mariam, I think people need to
Yes.
see. Beautiful, just structure, always just immaculate. So I think, once that happens, the South Side will get a burst of energy to make people
Mhm.
want to come further south and look at some of the treasures. You know what I'm saying?
You've already put it out in the universe, Art. So let's
Yeah.
see what happens.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, we put it out there. So now, Kay Renee, what is this that I'm hearing about another Gorilla Glue incident? I'm tired of hearing about Gorilla Glue. I really, really am. If nothing else, Gorilla Glue has been trending now for the last almost a week. But there's another situation of somebody doing something with one of their products.
Here's the thing. I saw the YouTube video this morning, the unnamed woman, because I don't know who she is, but they showed her in significant pain. She used the Gorilla Glue tape in an auspicious area of her body. And I'm not going to be coy and just, with your audience. I'm just going to say this. If all y'all know what a Brazilian wax is, figure it out where she used the tape.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it for you. She put it on her little sister. She put it on her pocketbook. She put it on her clapback, and called herself giving herself a wax. And I again, I just cannot believe people are this stupid. As I said to you the other day, I tried to rip some, and my lips was dry and lost all the fleshy meat off my lip. So
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? I mean, is that strong. So what are you all doing that you're trying to do a Brazilian wax with some Gorilla Glue tape?
And then of course they showed the another person pouring water down to probably loosen the tape, and she's crying, she is wincing in pain, and they did not announce who she was. I'm sure once it goes viral again, like Miss Tessica, she's gonna be the talk of the town. And I mean, from a business standpoint, I'm gonna be real with you. You know, had I thought about this, we should have bought some Gorilla Glue stock. How about that? Because that would have been we'd have been, had a little something in some coins in our pocket. But, it just a cautionary tale. Let's just say this again, Chat Daddy. Please do not use that product for anything
Right.
in on your person, your eye, your hair, your private area. Use it for what it's intended to be used for, around the house, not for your person.
Right.
Please,
Right. Right, right,
please.
right, right, right. Oh boy, I don't know. I really, really don't know. All right. Well, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame made its announcement today for the 2021 inductees. And let me tell you some of the people who have been nominated: Mary J. Blige,
All
Kate
right.
Bush,
Okay.
Devo, Foo Fighters, The Go
Okay.
Go, Iron Maiden, Jay-Z, the
Oh.
legendary Miss Shaka Khan, Carole
Oh.
King, Fela Kuti, LL Cool J, the New York Dolls, Rage Against the Machine, Todd Rundgren, Tina Turner, and Miss Dionne Warwick.
Now, I'm very surprised. I would have thought that Miss Tina and Dion would have been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame many
Right,
years ago. So that's kind
right.
of surprising to me, but okay.
Right. Well,
Okay.
here's the deal. I'm with you. Tina Turner should have been in there a long time ago.
Hmm.
Icon, treasure, legend, all of that. So I'm hoping that she'll make it in there this time. Jay-Z for sure, because he definitely has been doing what he has done. Who else am I trying to think of? Oh, Dionne Warwick. Yeah, I
Yes.
kind of, would think as well. She would have made it in there by
Hmm.
now. And of course, Shaka, because
Yes.
Shaka has been nominated, I don't know how many times. Well, here's the deal. You guys have to April 30th to cast your vote. Just go to the Hall of Fame site. It's located in Cleveland, Ohio, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The ceremony will probably take place, I think sometime. The inductees will be announced in May, and I think they had to push the ceremony back to maybe late summer, early fall. But yeah,
Hmm.
so make sure you guys get in and vote for who you think should be inducted into the 2021 class of the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall.
I love Miss Shaka because she's from Chicago, graduate of CVS. So any vocational student, alumni, she's alumni of CVS. And, as quiet as it's kept, when I was married, I sang to my ex-husband at the time, "Through the Fire." And that song, it resonates in my heart because I go through I'm sure all of us have been through the fire with something over the other. So I
Right.
hope Shaka gets inducted.
Yeah, right. I don't know. It's just, I don't know what to say about the situation, but I congratulate it. I hope look, I done lost track. I congratulate her and want her to get inducted. I'm
Yes.
steady texting trying to clear up something. That's all.
Oh,
So,
no
Kay
worries.
Renee, what else do we have in news tonight?
We have, Alex Trebek, our lovely the Jeopardy co-host who we lost
Yes.
last year. I mean, he's giving even in death. His wardrobe he donated to homeless organizations for men to get job interviews. He donated 14 suits, 58 dress shirts, 300 neckties. He donated to the Doe Fund. And it's an organization that provides paid work, housing, vocational training, continuing education, and comprehensive social services to underserved Americans, and particularly American women.
Wow.
So even in death, Alex continues to give, and that just lets you know what a wonderful person he was. I still
I
miss him,
know.
even though Ken Jennings. I know they're having a rotation of guest co-hosts. There will never be another Alex Trebek. I'm
No,
sorry.
never, never, ever, ever, ever. And that was really a nice gesture. When I read that story, I was just like, oh my God, this is just perfect. Just perfect,
Yes.
perfect, perfect, perfect. So, all
Yes.
right. All right, very good. Well, let's continue on. As you guys all know, one of our products that we all grew up on, Aunt Jemima, Uncle
Mhm.
Ben, all of these people have been retired since the beginning of this pandemic now. And so the company behind Aunt Jemima products, Quaker Oats, PepsiCo, they have announced a new name for the brand. And so, starting in June, I think it is, maybe
Mhm.
July, between June and July, the new product will now be named Pearl Milling Company. And
Mhm.
so that will replace Aunt Jemima, because there was a lot of backlash after, people felt as if it was considered a racial stereotype, all of that.
Mhm.
So what do you think? Pearl Milling Company. And I guess that's the people who originally created the product.
Yeah, I mean I can agree with the logic, but the face of Aunt Jemima, that was a real woman. Her name was Nancy Green, and
Right,
she was born 1834 and died in 1923. She was a former slave,
right,
cook, a nanny, and an activist. So, my thing is if you really want to honor and promote excellence in Black women and girls, because by doing this name change, they're also donating $1 million to help enhance and raise excellence in Black in the in
nice,
the in the exposure of Black women and girls. I thought perhaps that they just use her name. Pearl Milling Company. I get it. It was the original company, early 1800s. I guess some people say better late than never,
right.
but to me, if you're going to truly be authentic, my personal opinion, why not use Nancy Green, or at least an anagram of her name, something to honor
Mhm.
her and to
Yes,
continuously promote um, excellence in Black women, and
right.
having a positive attitude for Black women and Black girls. So
Yes. Okay. So, did you know Nancy Green was from Chicago?
I did not know that.
She was from Chicago. She really was. The
Okay.
Aunt Jemima character was from Chicago. She was
Wow.
Miss
I
Nancy
did
Green.
not
So
know that.
yes, absolutely. So I'm like that. She said she go into the grocery store and purchase all the Aunt Jemima products now. Right.
That's
Yeah. And keep a picture of her. That's right. Same way
that's
with
right.
Uncle Ben, because that was all a part of our history and always has been a part of our history. I told a story one time, and this a good friend of mine was raised by his grandmother. And
Really?
the way he learned how to cook was his grandmother used products that had Black people on them. Uncle Ben's, Aunt Jemima, whatever the case may be. And
Hmm.
when he became a grown man and was on his own, he would only go buy things that were brand recognition that his grandmother knew and that she used and things like that. And it's so funny how we have always been raised like that, to only want certain products, certain items, and can only use
Absolutely.
certain things. Right. So interesting. All
Yeah.
right. What else do we have in news today, my dear?
We have our former first lady, who's also
Yay.
a Dolphin sister, because she's a Dolphin alum. I always like to put. I
Lord,
know, I know.
Lord,
She
you
did go to
dolphins,
Whitney Young. I'm sorry.
you dolphins. Lord have mercy. Lordy, Lordy,
She
Lordy. That's
did go to
yes.
Whitney Young. I'm
Yeah, okay,
sorry.
okay.
Look,
Look, hey
our
Renee,
former.
look, people gonna think I only, oh my God. You just never mind.
But
Okay,
see, here's the thing though, all right, they say if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. And dolphins, which a lot of my alumni know, they're very smart. So you surround yourself with greatness and intelligence. So if
yes.
somebody tells you, well, you got all them damn dolphins, hey, nothing wrong with that, okay?
All
But
right,
anyway,
all right.
I
Yeah.
digress.
Yes, thank you.
Michelle Obama, my dolphin sister, is launching a cooking show on Netflix. Because she and Barack got that
Right.
multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix.
Yes,
But it's
yes.
interesting. She's also going to serve as executive producer of Waffles Plus Mochi. That's a cute name. It's
Isn't that
two
cute?
puppets.
Yes.
Waffles plus mochi. So there is going to be available for streaming starting March 16th on Netflix. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, it's geared towards a younger audience. It will feature two puppets, Waffles and Mochi. The show is going to chronicle their journey to becoming chefs.
Oh, how cute.
Yes, and it's also, they're going to be doing some cooking experiences. They're going to be flying on a magic carpet, going to global places to get ingredients. And I think it's kind of fun because actually, this theme is closely aligned with. Do you remember when former First Lady Michelle Obama was in office? She had the
Mm-hmm.
campaign Let's Move, which was a public health campaign geared towards helping combat children obesity. So I think it's going to be fun. It'll be interesting to see her in that in a very kid-like and funny a show. So
Right.
because I know she definitely loves children and
Mm-hmm.
she really wants to help kids combat obesity. So
Yes.
waffles and mochi. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's a
I
great
like it.
idea. Yes, me
Yeah.
too. I just got an updated message from one of our viewers that said Nancy Green, the original Aunt Jemima, is
Hmm.
buried in Oakwood Cemetery also.
Wow.
Isn't that something? She's buried at Oakwood Cemetery. So,
I think when the Obama Presidential Center is finally launched, we probably need to talk to someone from Oakwood to find out how many prominent African Americans
yes,
are there. I think
yes,
that's something that every black person, even non-black person, needs
yes.
to know.
Oh, absolutely. I have
Yeah,
a couple of relatives that are buried there, and
I do too.
to be buried there, you had to be of the creme de la creme. It just
Yeah,
wasn't an average cemetery back in the
that's
day.
right.
And so, for those that have had plots there many years, that was a high honor for you to be able to buy a plot at Oakwood Cemetery. So,
And
yes,
it's not cheap even
no,
now
no,
because
yes,
I have a lot of family
right,
members buried there and it
yes.
is not cheap.
Right.
So
Absolutely. All
yeah.
right. All right. Well, anything else in news we need to talk about?
I'm looking through my roll here. Of course, we're going to talk about the impeachment with our soul sister Kim tomorrow. So
Yes. Yes.
all I'm going to say is this: as I said earlier, that the impeachment team, they are just on point. And one thing that really bothered me, that's why I had to I had to watch something else. They showed never before seen videos of the actual siege. I'm gonna tell
Yes.
you, Art, it's
Yes.
just it's
Yeah.
guttural, and
Right.
I'm just
It's
like, okay,
yeah.
I need to step away. And
I mean, they were showing the vice president, Mike Pence, at the time running. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
These people had no warning, no indication anything
exactly,
was going on. And we're talking about a building that is very secure. Let what
mm,
you and I try to go in there and do something. Again,
okay,
we remember the young lady who was having the mental issues in the car with her child and ended up
right,
getting shot to death.
right,
So yeah, I don't. All of this is just crazy that happened that day, and people were able to do what they were able to do, and were dressed in
exactly.
full militia outfits.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So I
So
know we're going
no,
to get more into it tomorrow, but seeing that video, and I did see the 13-minute video from the first day. It's like, okay, I need to step away. I already know what needs to happen. Now, whether or not the Republican Senate is going to follow suit, that remains to be seen. But it's
right?
just um it's sobering. It really
Okay.
is
Yes, it
very
is.
sobering.
All right. Well, with that being said, Miss K.
Yes,
Renee,
darling.
what else do we need to talk about? Anything else we need to cover? Why don't you tell everybody about what's going on Friday night with this event you guys are doing?
Yes, 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 yes. Now, as everyone knows, Valentine's Day is coming up, and my soul sister, who is Arts, that's going to be probably other permanent guest co-host, Ms. Kim Coleman, the Sister Girl Speaks. As I said, I've been really blessed to be on this show with Art and meeting different people. But Kim and I, we just had a kindred kindred spirit, and as we were talking offline, we were kind of sharing stories, dating stories. She dates actively, whereas I don't date as actively. But we thought it would be a great idea to come together and talk about dating dilemmas, especially being in a pandemic and women of a certain age. So on Friday night, her and I have developed a podcast called Dating Dilemmas with K and K. And so we're going to be doing a Facebook Live. Be on the lookout within probably the next day tomorrow. We're going to be in a major announcement and definitely promoting our podcast on Friday evening at 9 p.m. Central Time, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and this is for adults only. No children, no little teenagers 18 and under, or really 21 and under. This is for mature audiences. We're going to be talking about dating tips, our dating experiences. We're going to be bringing in guests such as Grand Poobah, our Chat Daddy Sims, and other guests, and having and giving dating tips on how to date in this pandemic. So definitely it's going to be fun. We're going to have fun about this. I think, and then just really hopefully from this show, we can empower women to choose wisely when it comes to
Yes.
dating.
Yes, very good. All right, all right. Well, with that being said, as you guys all know, we are a health and wellness show, and we want to
Yes.
remind you each and every day that we are in the midst of a global pandemic. Even though we do have the vaccine out and being distributed, we still want people to stay safe. You're still going to have to wear your mask for some time now. If I'm not mistaken, there's a 100-day mask mandate. Well, I know on public transportation there is, which I would think people would be wearing their mask anyway on any
Right.
form of public transportation. So I don't know, but we want to remind you guys to please wear your mask. My mask tonight says, let's celebrate, but at a distance. This holiday weekend, the beginning of Chinese New Year, Valentine's Day, and President's Day on Monday, and Mardi Gras starts next week. And with
Yes.
them raising the number of people that can go into bars and restaurants now, we just want to remind everybody the importance of wearing your mask. See, isn't that beautiful? Make sure your
Mhm.
mask is nice and tight. If you
Yes.
are an eyeglass wearer, make sure you tuck that mask under, and that way it keeps them from getting fogged up. So make sure you wear
Mhm.
your mask, cover your nose and mouth. Some places are requiring that you wear a double mask now. We'll
Yes.
talk about that in just a little bit. Washing your hands is the most important thing that you can do. Soap and water, but a lot of times soap and water is not readily available. We do a lot of things with our hands, so we always recommend that you get you some hand sanitizer. Yep, do it just like that. You know, on this show, we call ourselves the sexy sanitizers. We do. And we do it just like this. Ooh, look at there, baby. Looky, looky. Oh, boy. Rub them all together. Yes. Make sure they nice and dry. Yeah, look, do little animals. Come on. Hey, Soul Train. Yay. All right. So dry your hands. Yes, we silly on this show. And once you dry your hands, blow them out. Make sure they all good. Nah, look, I done blew on them. Now I got to clean them again. Dang, right. Oh, oh, oh. All right. So dry your hands. Don't forget to social distance 6 feet each way. 6 feet. 6 feet is the best thing you can do, right? Get people
Right.
off of you. And if you're not feeling well, what do we say on this show?
Keep
Keep
your
yo.
ass in the house.
Oh, you froze up, okay, Renee. Keep your ass in the house. It's so funny she froze. Oh, are you there? Right.
I'm here, honey.
Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay,
I'm
Renee.
here. I'm here.
Okay, you had froze up there. I was like, keep your ass in the house. Right. There you go. All right. So we've told you guys what to do. All right. Well, coming up in just a moment, tonight we have two Chicagoans that have gone on to really great things. The first guest we'll talk to in just a little bit is a famed attorney who is doing some amazing things in the state of Georgia, but across the country. He's trying to help our young men to understand their value and their worth. And we're just so honored to have him here tonight on behalf of Black History Month. And then later on in the show, we're hoping, fingers crossed, that our girl, Miss Adele Givens, will stop by tonight and chit chat, talk with us, and have it on Black History Month. All right, Kay Renee, you okay? You good over there?
I'm good, dear. I am good. Just, we're moving along and looking forward to our guests, our honorees, our
Yes.
Chicagoans. come and stop by and talk
Yes.
with us.
Yes. So, what have you done to celebrate Black History Month so far?
Well, with my
Yeah.
blog with Daily Nuggets with Karen's Nuggets, I always mention a quote from a prominent African American and also feature them, during my themed nuggets, whether it's, Motivational Monday, Make It Happen Monday, Tell Like It Is Thursday,
Hmm.
Wise Words Wednesday. So
Hmm.
I always try to honor prominent Americans. And then, I will happen to come across African Americans that people don't know about, so I will put it on my Facebook page, saying this is someone that you should know.
Right.
So or definitely identify each day with a black no. Remember what Tom Joyner
Hmm.
you said, little known Black history fact?
Right.
Kind of
Right.
carry that tradition as well. So because
Hmm.
a lot of people don't know these prominent Americans who've done great things. They
Right.
need to know
Right.
that. Because
Hmm.
remember, Black history is our history.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. Very
Mhm.
good. Well, we're waiting on our next guest in just a couple of moments to join us, and we'll go with that. Coming up on the Thursday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show, tomorrow's relationship Thursday, and we're going to kick off your weekend by talking about things that you can do to take care of yourself for Valentine's Day. All right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to bring in our next guest in just a moment. Wonderful. Did you respond back, Kay Renee? Very good.
I
All right.
sure did.
Ladies and ladies and gentlemen. So, Kay Renee, you actually have a connection with our next guest.
As I know, it's about to be a broken record, but I make the statement: our dolphins are everywhere, and the famed civil rights, human rights, liberation activist, Attorney Mawuli Davis. He has a queen. What better queen to select than his lovely wife, Jana Johnson Davis, who was a Whitney Young graduate, class of '87. So he picked right. So I'm just really
Wow.
proud.
That was so funny. I'm like, every guest we book, you end up knowing somebody. Well,
Tell you.
la- ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we'd like to welcome to the show one of our Black History Month honorees this evening from Chicago. He's doing many wonderful things. He's a famed civil rights attorney, human rights organizer. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Attorney Mawuli Davis, the author of the book
Yes.
We Need You, Encouraging My Son's Generations for Black Liberation. Let's give it up for the attorney. Yay. Uh-oh.
Yay.
Yay. Hey, attorney, are you there? Hey, good evening.
Oh.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose him?
No pick.
I know. No, we'll have to. All right. Boy, everybody's having technical difficulties tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, what's happening? You got to turn them cameras on. So look, I'm helping
Okay.
everybody. I'm like, let me make sure everybody got the right link tonight. Is something going wrong? Oh my God, I've been dealing with
But,
another issue tonight, but this is what we do.
but wait a minute. All right. What have you always said? Now that we're in a different world of the being electronic, these
Right.
things happen and you just gotta
Oh
roll with
yeah.
it.
Ain't nothing you can do but roll with it. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying? Nothing you can
because
do.
was it today that's on The View? Joy's microphone was in her shelf of life, as we like to call it.
Oh,
And
was
Whoopi
it?
had to tap. She's like, okay, you handle that. We're going to go to break, commercial break. Because she could hear like a double echo, and the microphone was literally in her breast. So,
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, things happen. Things happening. It's just a
it,
mess.
it,
So we
it
trying to figure it out. So everybody just stay patient. So while you guys are waiting, do us a favor, go over to YouTube and please subscribe to the Real Chat Daddy Show over on YouTube. It's easy, it's simple, it's free, does not cost you anything. You help us by subscribing to the show. Also, if you could start a watch party, hit the share watch party
Absolutely.
button. Encourage other people to watch the show. Free news, entertainment. This really is a reality show. I mean, we have to deal with all kind of things that go on just to be able to, get this show rolling and moving, and so it is what it is. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. We just have to go with the flow. So yes, all right. So look, hey Renee, this is what's called fluff time. Anything else we can talk about? Oh, fluff. This is called
let me ask
today.
this.
Yeah,
It's Valentine's Day weekend, and I mean, I loved Kim's post when she said, "I'm my own Valentine." So even though I'm single, and yes, I do like to mingle, but I'm mingling safely, and I am my own Valentine. So what are you gonna be doing on Sunday, on Valentine's Day?
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't even thought about it. I don't know. I may cook a really great meal, and I don't know, hang out with my friend, I guess. But, I hadn't thought about it much. Holidays have changed so much with this
I know.
pandemic that, it's not even on my mind to really think about it. I mean, Valentine's Day is really quiet, so we'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna celebrate Single Awareness Day, Valentine's Day, and President's Day. Yeah,
there you go. But I'll tell you this. I saw a post of one of our former guests, Teddy Gilmore, another dolphin with Nipsey's, and he's doing a lamb special. So I may have to call Nipsey and say, hey, I'm gonna need some lamb for Single Awareness Day. So I may have to give him a jingle.
Right. Yes, very good.
So
All right.
I think our guest has returned.
Yes, absolutely. He is here. We are excited. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome again to the show. After that introduction, we'll save some time. He's phenomenal. He's amazing. He's a Chicagoan. He's doing some incredible things. He's the author of the new book, We Need You, Encouraging My Son's Generation for Black Liberation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show esteemed Attorney Mawuli Davis. Yay! There he is. How are you, brother? Yay! There he is.
How's everybody? This is like a beautiful thing. I just feel like I'm back home, except no snow here.
Don't rub it in, brother. Don't rub it in. Yeah, don't be bragging. Don't we family and all, but don't be bragging.
Don't be doing that.
I'm sorry. It was 65 here. My fault, y'all.
Oh Lord, Attorney.
See, there you go. There you go.
Look, hey Renee, now he's telling us that the guest room at his house is available for us. We just got to be COVID
exactly
and have our vaccination. But I'm hearing guest room is available when y'all ready to come visit.
Hey,
absolutely.
Got to come through. Got to come. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really super excited. My wife, Jana's, Chi-Town as well, Whitney Young High School. So we Chi-Town through and through.
Very good. Right. And Attorney, we are so honored. Hey, there she is. We just got through talking about the fact that she went to Whitney. K. Renee went to Whitney Young. So your whole introduction was about the fact that she went to Whitney Young, all of that.
That's
and we're just so honored to have you here as our Black History Month honoree this evening. Chicago born and raised, but you are really doing some amazing things in the state of Georgia. And I was just looking at, your work of just helping our people to just understand life better. Tell us really who you are, what you've been doing, and then we'll get into your amazing book.
Man, I'm just a kid who grew up on the south side of Chicago and found my way with the help of so many great mentors, going through Beasley Academic Center, growing up in Jeffrey Manor, Our Lady Gate of Heaven. Those are my roots. And they're things that you learn when you grow up and you have the kind of support that I've had from my mother, who was an educator, Marietta Davis, taught at Wendell Phillips High School, Calumet, and then my dad, who is by most accounts a Chicago basketball legend, Mel Trick Davis, who played at Dunbar High School and then went on to Tennessee State to play for the great John B. McClendon and ultimately went and played with the Harlem Globetrotters for 18 years. And then my people, my folk, Tanya Bennett and so many others that have been close to me all my life. And when I went away to the Naval Academy, you know, it was a real adjustment. Even though I had gone to De La Salle, going to the Naval Academy really changed my perspective on race relations and what my role was as a young Black man. And so for the last almost 30 years, I've been involved in Black liberation work, organizing around issues that impact Black people. Very much raised politically by Dr. Conrad Worrell, Andy Thompson,
Yeah.
Dr. Anderson Thompson, folks from the Carruthers Center, Northeastern Illinois. Those are my people, you know, and those are my roots. And so I've just tried to take what I've learned from them, and wherever we were, we just tried to build community and do the work in the interest of our people. And the law firm is an extension of that body of Black politics, radical Black politics.
Boy, I just am so impressed with that, because now more than ever, we need for people to understand us, understand the abuse, the things that we've been through, and just to have great legal representation to say, wait a minute, enough wrong has been done. How do we rectify this while teaching people in the process? So I do applaud you, attorney, you and your entire team for that type of stellar work. So yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. And one of the things that I think is incredibly important is that there's a concept where we fight and we build. And so a large part of our work, in addition to fighting on the legal side, has been building what we call safe and sacred space for young Black men. And now more than ever, we've increased our footprint to include young sisters as well. And you would just be amazed, and I'm sure you all have had these experiences, is that when we create that space to allow our young people to create, they do stuff that just blows your mind. So we built a organization called the Black Man Lab with the help of one of my childhood friends, Marty Monaghan, who went to St. Francis de Sales and has grew up with me in Jeffrey Manor. And we built this Black Man Lab, and we invited young Black men, their fathers, their grandfathers, uncles, mentors into a space where we could have conversation, where we could express and be vulnerable. And that is the building part of the work. And I think that we have to, balance, because yes, we have to fight, but we also have to have spaces that we know are safe, and that our young people feel like, hey, if I don't have any safety in my life, at least for 1 hour a week, or 2.5 hours a week, I have the Black Man Lab. And that's been a joy to work and build.
Very good. Kay Renee, questions for the attorney? You have anything you want to ask about before we talk about this incredible book too?
I am just so humbled that you are just living your life with purpose and authenticity. But I do have a question. I'm sure you were very active in making sure that Georgia turned blue. How did your law firm, as well as your liberation with young Black men, help? Because I know you know Miss Stacy. I mean, there's no way you don't know Miss Stacy.
Yeah.
But how did that your law firm and your organization help propel Georgia to turn blue?
It's interesting. I think where I was able to really begin to build a relationship with Stacey Abrams was through one of our mutual mentors, the former mayor of Decatur, which she was the first female mayor and the first Black mayor of the city of Decatur, which is buttressed up against the city of Atlanta. And so back in '84, Mayor Elizabeth Wilson, she has been a mentor to so many of us in Georgia and in this space. And she kind of connected us at a meal. She would cook. You know how when grandmamas cook, folk come through and you sit down and bread. And we were really, really proud that when Stacey first ran for governor, that we were one of the first African American law firms to jump out and support her during the Democratic primary. And I talk about it in the book as well. And we believed in her. Here's a sister, right? Just so people understand what we were dealing with. Here's a sister, graduates from Spelman, goes on to get a degree, goes to Yale and gets a law degree, is at State House of Representatives, and then is the minority whip or the Democrats, and just, a brilliant sister. And so we're like, hey, this is easy to support her running for governor. Oddly enough, and y'all won't believe this, because Chicago politics is a lot different from Georgia. And
I believe that.
We had Black lawyers and Black elected officials during the Democratic primary for the governor supporting the young lady who was running against her, who was a white female. I could not understand it. It would be like, supporting somebody running against Harold Washington back in the day.
Right.
All the Chicago in me was like, nah, that just, and we supported her. Since then, we've had a chance to continue to do the work. And I'll tell you about Georgia turning blue, and I don't take any credit at all in the process. Our law firm supported Black Voters Matter, which is an incredible organization founded by Latasha Brown and Cliff Albright. And their legal director asked our firm to provide some legal support on election day outside of Atlanta. So y'all got to check this out. Outside of Atlanta, you in Georgia. Georgia. And we had Columbus, Augusta, Valdosta, Albany, Savannah, and one other, but we had 6 locations that we were there providing legal protection on election day.
Wow.
It was a very, very intense experience at times, but it was our role that we were able to play to support these incredible voter advocacy organizations. And it wasn't just Black Voters Matter. You had so many organizations that focused on getting the Black vote out, getting Black folk registered, and then getting the vote out. And it was just deep. It was deep.
Yeah, I bet.
So we were just really grateful to be able to be a witness to that work.
Beautiful, beautiful. I've often said the same thing you just said, attorney. There's Atlanta, and then once you get outside of Atlanta, it's a whole different world. And that's what's so interesting about that whole dichotomy with the city of Atlanta and the rest of the state of Georgia. Interesting.
People have to look at the map. When you look at the map and they show what counties were red and what counties were blue, more of the counties in Georgia were red. It just so that the blue were more heavily populated. But it's a lot of red. It's a lot of red.
Yes, absolutely. I want to talk about your book. I think the story, that you were telling me of what inspired you to write the book, and just the knowledge that you're dropping, and you want other young men to follow in your footsteps, and other Black men are doing prominent things. Let's talk about what inspired you to write the book, and then tell us about the book.
My sons and their friends inspired me to write this book. As a father, I feel like I've spent my whole life trying to get my sons to understand why I do what I do, why we wouldn't go eat in certain restaurants because of their positions that they took, why we went down to certain marches and protests, why we took on pro bono cases. And so, I was trying to really help them process that so that they could find their way, their entry point into the Black liberation movement, which I have been a part of, like I said, since really like 1992, 92, 93 time frame. And I just wanted to give them something. As our oldest son, Kobe, was leaving for Howard. On that flight, you know, I had one of these, I had a yellow pad and I wrote an outline. Like, I want my son to know these things and his boys, you know, so that they could start thinking about it. So I'll just be completely transparent. It took me 4 years to get the book finished, and it's not a real long book, but it was only because we weren't able to just sit down and just write. We've been living the experience as well,
right?
And living it with us. And so it was just it's really an invitation. It's an invitation to young people not to live in despair, but instead to reimagine their power. Just like we saw Georgia turn blue, like the things that people thought could never happen, we can make happen because it's in our DNA. And I just I want them to feel and experience that power, you know, and the joy of working in the interest of your people. And it's just, y'all, for me, there has been no greater blessing as a professional for me to be able to get up every day and serve in the interest of Black people. That I know every single day I get to go help my folk liberated, make sure that their lives matter, to help give voice to the voiceless. And I just want not only my sons and their friends, but I want all of our young people to know that is possible, that is a reality that they can birth, that they can imagine, that they can manifest. And so the book is just different things that I've learned, and why certain things are important for us to remember as Black people in America.
You know what, attorney? The book is actually a perfect size for young men because to me, it's like a pocket guide. It's something they can keep with them. I think it's absolutely great for that. And I'm going to say one thing about you, attorney. When I advertised that you were coming on the show this morning, my phone was ringing for about a half hour today of people just telling me how amazing and wonderful you are. And I said, wow, I never had a guest to come on the show that people were calling like, wait a minute, he coming on your show? I said, yeah. He's just the best. He's the best. I said, well, my goodness. So I am honored to have you here tonight because you are incredible from what I'm hearing from so many people.
Well, I have, as best I can on my best days, tried to be a reflection of my community, you know, and I have just been tremendously blessed. You know, I was telling my wife today, we were talking with a friend, and I just thought about all the beautiful people who are part.
Did we lose him? There you go. You good. You good. Everybody got technical difficulties. You good. Go ahead.
Yeah, who are just doing great work. You know, Matthew Williams from Chicago he also went to Whitney Young a little after my wife did. But Matt is the president of ITC. You know, they train preachers. You know, like
wow,
Derek Rice. These are our.
Oh, friends. Derek, yes, Derek. Yeah. We went to graduate together, class of '84. Yes,
that's my boy. You know, on the cover of this book is a march that Derek and we organized together. You know, with Let Us Make Man Brothers. But Derek has been key and critical in everything that I've done. You know, he's you know, and so there's so many people that really have impacted me, have allowed me to experience the victories that we have, as well as just being a part of the struggle. You know, and valuing that, deep value in it.
Very good. K. Renee always asks the question of who inspires you, and not to steal your thunder, K. Renee, but I've got to find out before we, close this interview out with him. Who's your source of inspiration?
The young people. I mean, I wish you all could hear, and I'm going to send the music. A part of the book project, we started this project called Young Creators, Innovators, and Entrepreneurs. And so they have been reading the book. We've been having book discussions, and it's a group of 80 young people. They're reading the book, having book discussions, and then they're creating. And when they're creating, what they're creating is music, video,
Oh,
visual.
wow.
Oh, it's deep. And so to again help create this safe space and see them do what they do naturally when they're uninhibited,
Right.
that's my inspiration. These young
Nice.
people, so that they get me every
Wow.
time.
Nice. Now, I know you're heavily involved with the young men there in the Atlanta area, but you kind of want to do something where you can reach out to young men all over. With this pandemic, we've all had to learn how to pivot. What do you have planned next to help reach out to these young men? And I think, from what you told me, sounds like a great idea. What do you have going on?
We want to move Black Man Lab around the country. And right now, one of the ways that we're able to do that is for people to log on. We're on every Monday on the Black Man Lab YouTube, Facebook, and we have conversations. And those conversations are with Black men who are professionals and Black men that help other men in their personal development. So one week we may have, how do we deal with grief? And we need to talk about that. And we need to be comfortable having that conversation. On another one, we may talk about if you want to be a music executive. And so we'll have, and the beauty of it is that because our presenters know that our audience is focused on young Black men, they give of themselves. They're ready and they share. And so that's the platform that we're building out. And we want people to join us we think that there has to be a Black Man Lab, a safe and sacred space all over the country where young men, instead of feeling like they need to click up and get jumped into a gang, that they know that here's a group that will accept me, that will love me, and that will support me. And so that's what we're trying to build. That's what we're going to build, and that's what we're seeing happening. And we can't wait to get to Chicago.
Yeah.
Over and get in the same room, with people, because that's where, that face to face. And I'll say this, and I know I'm almost out of time.
That's all right. You doing great, attorney. Go right ahead. Look, we know you charge by the minute and the word.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, that's on you. Look, that's on you. But we know you used to charge about a minute and the word. Go right ahead,
sir. That's
it. The beautiful thing that I've found is that at the beginning of every Black Man Lab, when we were meeting in person, and we were meeting at the Andrew and Walter Young YMCA here in Atlanta. So, Ambassador Andrew Young and his brother, Dr. Walter Young, prominent dentist, also a civil rights leader in his own right, they welcomed us. When I say welcomed us, they were like, when they saw what we were doing, they sat in and talked. They brought over different people. But at the beginning, we start by saying, if there's anybody in this room, any brother in this room who's had a rough day, a rough week since we last met, or a rough life, and you want some brothers to affirm you, come up to the front. And the brothers would just come up, and then brothers would just line up to give them hugs.
Oh, wow. That's powerful.
And the emotion would just flow. No questions asked. We don't know what you've been through, but we know what you've been through, right?
Yes.
That kind of energy that made the lab in person so special. And that's what we're, I know what it is to grow up on the south side of Chicago. So I know that there can be anger and frustration. And so what better thought and experience than to have a space where you can come in and a brother say, man, let me give you a hug, bro. Let you know that you're not invisible, that we're not missing you, that we value you in you. You're worthy. And you, as you are enough. And
yes.
So that's what we're hoping to do.
Yes, I love it. I really, really do. Boy, you've gotten a lot of great feedback here. People are saying some positive things about everything you've said. Yes, this is wonderful, 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 wonderful. Yes, absolutely. Transforming our black men. Show us that book again. Yes.
Yeah. I want folks, they can jump on our website, MawuliDavis.com. And it is a easy to navigate. Buy the book. We also have a way for you to donate a book to a young brother. We've given 40 books out so far just to the young people that we're working with in the program. So for me, this is just a way to connect to, and we talk about using the book to help center the young people, and we're centering them, and then we ask them to collaborate and create. So we say center, collaborate, create. And what they're doing, they did this song called "We Need You," like based on the title of just give them about 2-3 weeks.
Right.
In Atlanta, this is folks be making hits, and this is a hit.
Right. We'll be in the club dancing to it soon, or whenever the clubs open back up. Yes.
Yeah. Something to it, all right?
Yeah, well, attorney, you have really been just a wonderful guest this evening.
Yes.
It's been an honor and a pleasure. And in order for you guys to get the book, you can always go to his website. Give him your website one more time, please, attorney.
Yeah, it's Mawuli, Mawuli, Mawuli Davis, Davis.com. MawuliDavis.com. Just come. Go through, you'll get to see some of what we've been doing with Black Man Lab. And we also encourage you to, go to Black Man Lab and just tap in with us. We've got some nice, they wanted me to wear my Black Man Lab t-shirt, but I'm
that's all right.
My business bow tie attire,
That's right.
So
I like it.
So much.
Very good. Kay Renee, any closing thoughts for the attorney tonight?
I just want to say, you married up with Miss Jana, so just give her a big hug for me. And, when you come to Chicago, because we definitely need Black Man Lab here in Chicago and helping empower our young Black men to be the best they can be. So thank you for just continuing living your life with purpose, passion, but more importantly, with praise.
I am so grateful. And I can't wait to get one of those Whitney Young all-class reunions, because y'all know to get that house music rocking. Got DJ Vince Adams, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting back to all of that, So I appreciate it. And the encouragement and love that we receive from Chicago has just been overwhelming. And my roots are always in Chi. We're just trying to bring that Chicago love and energy and grit to the ATL and just keep representing. So thank you so much.
All right. Well, attorney, yes, sir.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. You and your wife, your entire family, God bless. You guys make sure you get the book. We Need You, Encouraging My Son's Generation for Black Liberation is the book. The Black Man Lab is very important, and we want to see that across the country as well, too. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for legendary Attorney Davis. Yay! We did it. God bless you, brother.
Yay!
Have a beautiful night. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. All right.
Bye.
Good night. Wow, that was amazing.
Wow.
He's a great guy. He's a wonderful guy.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I got so many phone calls about him today. I was like, Lord have mercy. Right. Somebody, you'd have thought I had Johnny Cochran on here tonight. Right. I was like,
he has that Johnny Cochran.
He does.
He has that Johnny Cochran feel, but I'm just, to hear about what he's doing for Black men in particular, because that, is so important when Black men go through so much, and to have that sacred space to say, we got you, it's okay. That truly warmed my heart. It really did.
Yes. Well, We have some unfortunate news to share, but we had Miss Adele Givens scheduled to be here with us tonight, and she's having technical difficulties. And so that's kind of why I've been texting and trying to clear some things up and get some things going. So, we will work it out to get her on, because I just think she's one of the most amazing people ever. Funny as all outdoors, but I've been that's why I was a little off on the show tonight. I apologize, you guys, but we have been trying to figure out some technical things for her to connect with us tonight. So we apologize, but we will have to have Adele Givens on at some other time. It is what it is. All right. So anything else we need to talk about? If not, boo, I guess we say good night, sweetheart. Good night.
Now I think we're gonna get, we can relax for tonight, stay warm. For those, especially in the Chicago area, it's gonna get cold tonight. If you don't have a place, please call 311. If you need to, if you don't have heat, definitely go to a warming center. And for those, keeping warm, those space heaters, keep them in the center of the room. Don't put them in no furnace, near no curtains. We want all of y'all to be safe, because this time of year there are more fires that happen during this time of year than any other time, especially here in Chicago. So because I'm sure you heard, Art, a family just buried 4 daughters and a wife in Des Plaines from a fire. So you just really, really just you've got to be careful, ladies and gents. We want you to be safe.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Heart-wrenching about that. I was so sad and sick when I heard that, and they were just trying to keep warm, and that's the sad part about it. All right. Well, Kay Renee, we'll call it an early night, my love. I can curl under my blanket and read a book or do something, and just figure it out. Tomorrow night, we're going to wear our best red outfits. I wore red tonight, but I'll wear it again tomorrow night. And we'll make it do what it need to do. You know what I'm saying?
We even know with Adele, if you're able to just hear us, we got you. No worries.
Oh, we love you, Adele. She know we love her. Yeah, absolutely.
Don't worry.
We definitely want her on. I've been steady, so we got you, Adele, because you really are a legend and an icon, and all of that great stuff. But we will have to have Adele Givens back on as soon as possible. Yes, so it happens. Absolutely. It just does. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kay Renee, do you want to give your closing thoughts this evening, as you always do? Thank you, Wamelda. We love you, darling.
Yes, thank you, Miss Wamelda. Well, this is Black History Month, and I am known for creating nuggets, and this nugget is by yours truly, and it reads, "Let your greatness within you be contagious to others." And this is Wise Words Wednesday. # be contagious with your greatness.
All right now, well, and can I get some gravy on that? And
you get some gravy, sugar, whatever you want, sweetheart.
Wait, let me edit this. I forgot to take that comma out and put a period in there. I need something with that. I need some, sugar, cream, and all of that. Because that was awfully creamy you just offered. You know what I'm saying?
Be contagious with your greatness. That's right.
Oh, boy. Be contagious with my greatness. Hey, that's like doing the cabbage patch. Yeah. Be contagious with your greatness. Hey, be contagious with your greatness. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, you guys can get more information at karensnuggetsofknowledge.com, karensnuggetsofknowledge.com. We want to thank Mr. Bobby Gonzalez, who was here with us last night from the Kempton hotel chain. He is at the Gray, downtown Chicago. Just a great interview last night. Bobby actually did a cute little video of his interview with us last night and has shared it on Instagram. And now people all over the world who are connected with Bobby have had a chance to see the video from his interview last night with us. And we really do appreciate Bobby. So think about a staycation here in Chicago, you guys. Please consider going to choosechicago.com. Again, that's choosechicago.com for any great ideas about staycations, dining, theaters. Theaters are not back open yet, but anything that you need to know about our fair city can be found at choosechicago.com. All right. Make sure you guys go over and subscribe to the Real Chat Daddy Show on YouTube. Okay, Renee, how does that work when they do that?
Once they go on, they got to hit that subscribe button. In addition to hitting that notifications bell, because when you do that, you will get instantly notified of not only upcoming episodes of the Grand Poobah, the Real Chat Daddy, you get notified of past episodes of the Real Chat Daddy. So please subscribe. It's really, this is a grassroots effort. And ladies and gents, next month, it will be 1 year. 1 year that Art celebrates the Real Chat Daddy digital show. So y'all, if y'all want to just celebrate with him, click on that subscribe button, because we want to celebrate in style. Okay?
Yep. Yeah, that works. I appreciate you so much. For more information about yours truly, please visit therealchatdaddy.com, therealchatdaddy.com. That's where you can get more information. Thank you guys so very much for being here with us tonight. We really do appreciate you guys. We really do apologize about Adele Givens, but there were technical difficulties with her being able to connect with us tonight. And so we've been communicating back and forth, and we'll just try it again some other time. All right. But we appreciate you guys. Stay safe, stay warm, wear your mask, sanitize, social distance. And if you're not feeling well, keep your ass in the house.
In the house.
In the house. That's all you have to do. Keep your ass in the house. On behalf of
and then if you don't, you got to double mask it or casket.
Oh no, not the double masket or
double masket or casket.
Oh no, not the double masket or casket. All right then. All right. Well then, I appreciate you guys on behalf of my co-host, Miss K. Renee of Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge. She appreciates you guys too. We love you all so very much. Stay safe, stay warm. God bless, and we will see you guys tomorrow night. Okay. See you later.
Be safe. Bye.